Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our most welcome guest and new member. Lisa, you will keep Brian appraised of what's going on. That's correct? As our newest member?
Oh, okay.
That's one of the unofficial jobs. Joking, but you just haven't to be sitting. I looked at today's theme, Life Beyond Toastmasters and Your Job Search. And I said, what is this? There is no life beyond Toastmasters. Where did Greg come up with this idea? There is life beyond your job search. Presumably, you get a job, so you do move on. But why should you give up gaining your personal, word I'm looking for, personal growth? Communication is the most important tool we use in any situation, personal, business, because we're social creatures. We talk to one another. And what's the point in talking to somebody unless you want to lead them someplace? To agree with you, maybe? To accept your point of view? Just to entertain them if you're telling them a story. Or make them laugh if it's humorous. But you've got a purpose when you're talking to somebody. And that's part of leadership. Leadership and communication are two sides of the same coin. There's no point in either one of those without the other. How are you going to lead without communicating? Why communicate if you're not trying to lead somebody to something? So my position is that there is no life beyond Toastmasters. If you want to, why do you want to continue living if you don't want to continue growing? In all honesty. And I do want to continue growing. And that's why I've been a Toastmasters 14 years now. And I will continue. As long as I can get up and communicate with somebody, I am going to try to get them to understand and accept my point of view, which is what I'm doing right now. So I'm taking this as an understanding I'd like each of you to end up with, that Toastmasters is worth continuing on. You're not here just to communicate, learn to communicate well enough to get your job. But if you want to grow in your job, if you don't want to stay at the bottom of the totem pole, leadership and communication skills will help you advance. So continue with Toastmasters. I'd like to call upon Kirk first. After you complete the first 10 speeches in this manual, which are the basic building blocks of giving any presentation, there are 15 advanced manuals. And there are 5 speeches in each one of those, 5 projects you can work on each, again, teaching you a new skill. I have divided them into 2 groups, business and personal. They're manuals that can help you in either. In personal, there are things like storytelling, interpretive reading, specialty speeches, which include things like giving impromptu speaking, things like that. Speaking to inform, entertaining speaker, and so forth. Business, you've got public relations, facilitating a discussion, speeches by management, professional speakers, technical presentations, and so on. So there are a lot of different skills beyond the competent communication manual that each of you are now working on. And there's the leadership side, but I'll get to that with somebody else.